With the average housing costs in California routinely finishing in the top 2 in the United States, unemployment soaring to 5.5% as of December 2025, and the now skyrocketing gas prices due to whatever it is Donald Trump is doing, my broke brown ass has finally come to the sad conclusion that it is now time to move myself and my little family outside of California. But being the childlike, whimsical, and irresponsible person that I am, I've decided to move to a place that no one has considered previously. The world of Gaia, or more commonly known as the planet, in the hit 1997 video game Final Fantasy VII. Yes, like any basic 30-something Asian big brother, I grew up obsessed with this game, so much so that it's also now my plan to pull myself out of self-induced poverty.
Have you got somewhere you're going?
Yeah, we're going to the Winchester.
The pub?
Yeah.
Right, well, good luck!
Now, while I am certain that I'm going to be moving myself, my partner Olivia, aka Ollie, and our English bulldog Nelly Furtado to the world of Gaia, we haven't decided where within Gaia. And that's where you're going to come into play. You and I are going to take our own personal high-wind Uber and travel all around Gaia, and we're going to visit every single town within Gaia to do a little bit of research to objectively rank the best places that we should move to. Now, myself and my crack team of researchers have come up with a scientific way to objectively rank each town, and the criteria is as follows. 1, cost of living. So obviously, coming from California, our cost of living is super high. So the name of the game is to really get that down, right? So we're going to loosely evaluate the cost of living in each town using a couple of different methods. One, we're just going to compare the different item costs and prices at different shops. We're going to take a look at how much materia would cost in each shop. And of course, we're going to see how much it costs to do an overnight at an inn. And then we're also going to just talk to the townsfolk and take a look at like the environment and just get a general sense of what the financial situation is for each town. Now, obviously, again, the name of the game is to get our cost of living lowered, but we don't want to sacrifice quality of life. So just keep that in mind. Number 2 is going to be job opportunities. And of course, this is going to be really important. Wherever we move to next, we want to be able to make sure to find employment. And while we won't necessarily be capturing the town's actual unemployment rates, because I'm pretty sure there's a bureau that's going to handle that, we're going to take a gander at like the different businesses that the town might have to offer, use context clues to see what kind of like industry exists within the town, just to get a general sense of like, hey, could an out-of-towner come into this town and find employment? That's also going to be really important. Oh, we'll also look at like the nearby towns, right? Because you could like, I guess like theoretically commute to a different town. Number 3 is amenities. Now, I am getting older, and wherever I move to next doesn't necessarily need to have a thriving nightlife scene, but we'd like to have, running water, electricity, and maybe like a hospital. That'd be sick. And we don't want to have to like travel to a different town to like, buy food. And plus, even though, I say we don't need a thriving nightlife, there needs to be some things to do because a bored Ollie is a scary Ollie. Number 4 is transportation. Again, we're from California. Both of our families are in California, so we want to be able to easily see them whenever we feel like it. So wherever we move to next needs to be easy to travel to and from. But also within the city, right? We want it to be accessible. If we are choosing like a big city, like let's say Upper Junon, right? How easy is it to get from like the entrance of the city to like an airport or someplace that we'll need to frequent? So, transportation and accessibility, this stuff is really important to us. And lastly, this is probably what I think is most important, might not be to y'all, and that's what I'm going to be calling the waviness or the vibes, I guess. I hate the word vibe, but I keep saying the word vibe now, so I guess I like the word vibe. That's important to me, bro. Like, I am an art school dropout. You know what I'm saying? I need to see some string lights. I need to see some art. I need to see some culture. Whatever, dude. That shit's important to me. Pack your fucking bags. My name is Frankie Sosucio, and we're moving to Gaia. Okay, y'all. So, we're gonna have to do this a little systematically. I have a bunch of save files here from a previous playthrough. Shout out producer Cammy. We beat this game a few years back together. I just gotta find... I think it's also important that we visit these towns in specific parts of the game just to give like the vibes category some semblance of like balance, Because if you try to go to a town after Meteor has been summoned, for example, the vibes go way down. You know what I'm saying? Woodlands area. Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, as we've been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and that is amazing. It's fucking amazing. But dog, like, could you do anything as good as the original Final Fantasy VII? So we're gonna fast forward to me getting to Calm. Oh yeah, we're not gonna do any of these like random places that aren't like a town. Like for example, like the Chocobo farm. Like come on, I can't move there. That's one person's farm. Like the weapons dealer that has that random ass house by Gold Saucer. We ain't finna do that. All right. Okay, isn't it cool that Calm has this cute little beach to itself? Okay, here we go. Calm. So again, we're gonna be looking at cost of living, job opportunities, amenities, transportation, and waviness. Right off the bat, there's not a lot of like transportation like opportunities, it looks like here. It is really close to Midgar though, so like we do have like a city nearby. So I think that we could say that like Midgar would have like an airport, right? So I think for transportation, we could say that like Calm is like a light to strong 7, right? I'm gonna write here Midgar nearby. Probably an airport there. Boom. Now, right off the bat, bros, I think that's why I said that Calm is low-key my, like, dark horse favorite, because the vibes are already insane. Listen to this song. It's a cozy little song. And look, I do love, like, the Dutch architecture. There's, like, this really cool, yet potentially, like, dangerous looking, like, what is this, like a water? Or, no, this is, like, the Mako pump, right? So there's definitely good, like, electricity here. They probably got good Wi-Fi here, you feel me? Like, if they have all this stuff, I feel like there would be great, just like public services, right? So like already amenities is looking pretty good. It looks like there's a lot of businesses here, lots of places to eat potentially. I know this is a bar. I'm sober now, but I know my girlfriend, she's trying to drink. You know what I'm saying? So we got ourselves a little dive bar here. So already seeing that like amenities is probably towards the top of this list. I don't know. Like, I think that's a strong 8 to a light 9. I know I'm sounding like Anthony Fantano here, but I think that's what I'm gonna say. Like, clearly got good Mako / electricity / probably fiber Wi-Fi. So like, so far the vibes are pretty high, but we gotta like talk to people though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta make sure that like the people here aren't like hella MAGA. They are kind of Shinra leaning, right? Oh, another thing we're gonna do is cost of living, right? Let's go quickly see how much it costs to stay at this inn. 20 gil? Now, we haven't seen any other places yet, but that seems pretty low. I know there's stores up here. Am I screaming? I can't tell if I'm like yelling. This is the item store. Okay, well, you don't even want to look at your customers. Okay, so this is what I think we should also do. We should check out, am I remembering that a potion and a Phoenix down is the same price everywhere? I kind of have that memory. This is the materia store. At least you're looking at me, lady. Okay, a lot of materia is always going to be kind of expensive. So let's just say like materia, like the average price looks like it's like 1,200 gil, right? Mithril saber, 1,000 gil. Armlets 350. Now, obviously everyone's weapons are gonna vary based on like the level of the weapon. This is like an earlier game town, so obviously the weapons are gonna be on the lower side, but I think the armlets we could kind of like compare. So like we could just say armlet 350. So we're just gonna say affordable. This could also change depending. Oh, look, this guy's going to this little This is helping the vibes, bro. You see him? He's just going into this little clock house. What do you gotta say? I hear that the natural resources near the reactor are being sucked dry. We're better off with Mako. See, they're kind of MAGA-ish though. Like, this is definitely like a blue-collar working town. And I think, like, you can't, like, escape that. Okay, let's just get, okay, now we're starting to low-key get a little bit more of a sense. Let's see what this guy has to say. He's like the town idiot. Hello. Ah, come on. Say way-ho. Anything, it's just things like, nothing for me, buddy. What about you? Oh, God. Immigrants, huh? Thanks to the Mako energy Shinra Inc. develops for us, everything is more convenient now. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is low-key bumming me out. Let's see if this guy bootlicks. Hey, I bet that's news to you. Okay. Is this supposed to be sarcastic? Let's try both. Yes, I heard it was them Avawadia columns. Yeah, you know it was us. Okay, it looks like he doesn't have Shinra's leading the world around by the nose. You guys are just gonna sit back and take it. Okay, so this guy's woke. Good for that guy. Okay, so it looks like there are some like-minded people here. Shorty. And that's all. Okay, so she's just like, yeah, man, it's all the immigrants' fault. Okay. Here's the thing, bro. We determined this, and again, shout out to producer Cammy. Kids in Final Fantasy are so, like, politically knowledgeable. Like, they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Things are better when you can play with animals. That's true. And Shinra is making it so you can't. When she goes to college, her and her mom are gonna fall out. Did you say you came from Midgar? They do have a lot of troubles lately. Okay, so no opinion from him. He's bipartisan. So this guy's just like, hey man, I don't care about politics. I'm old and I have a dog. But nothing indicates that he's having a bad life though. Ooh, okay, yeah, yep. We see what he's gonna want to do. Honestly, so far, this just feels like San Jose to me. So I will say, in terms of the vibes, it seems like a mixed bag, right? Like, my old man's a miner, but he couldn't go to work after the monsters started appearing in the Mithril mines. Okay, I do remember this now. So the Mithril mines are nearby, and that used to be a main part of this economy. But now that, one, monsters started showing up at the Mithril mines, and then two, Shinra now is providing Mako to calm, the need for Mithril has dropped significantly, and now people are out of work. Now all he does is sit around getting drunk at the bar. See, that's pretty indicative of, like, unemployment. And again, I'm not here to determine what the unemployment rates are, but I want to know if I got job opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Used to work in a mine downside Mithril mine. But a while back, my business went to pot, now I spend my days here drinking, sir. Okay, so what I'm taking from this is that the majority of the people here are, like, neutral. Right? Like, they're more neutral, and it's like, yeah, that sucks in a sense, but it's like, we're all just trying to make it, brother. You know what I mean? And then in terms of, like, job opportunities, yeah, the mines have closed down, but it seems like there's a lot of shops here thriving. There's an inn, and the inn's not very expensive. There's not a lot of people that look like they're going through it, so I would say job opportunities. And again, Midgar is close by, so you can go to Midgar and work and come over here. Like, let me turn off encounters, and let's just see how many steps it is to get to Midgar, because it's like right there. Like, that's driving an hour down 280 from San Francisco to, like, Palo Alto. You know what I mean? Okay, I've already stopped counting. Anyway, it's close by. So job opportunities, we gotta put that at, like, a 6. Like, many businesses... That's what I'm gonna put. I'm a 6 there. And then the waviness and vibes. Okay, I've just realized I'm giving like a number score. So cost of living can't just be like affordable. So I gotta put this at like an 8, right? That scores an 8 because we're just gonna add up all the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the easiest way to do it. Waviness vibes. I will say that like vibes are kind of shut down a bit by some of the more like MAGA-esque folk that's living here. But for the most part, people are just trying to live their lives. The architecture is beautiful. The music is insane. And everybody's generally happy. I'm going to give vibes like a 7.5. All right, that's calm. I'm feeling good about calm, y'all. I'm feeling good about calm. That's the first town down. Okay, let's see where else we want to go. Sector 5 slum. Wait, should we go all the way back to the church? Okay, so there is a church. Does the church add to the vibes and waviness? Church adds to the vibes. Has to. Everything else is kind of dreary. Probably smells like shit down here. You know what I mean? Like, this guy are sick. Like, there's just... And he's living in a fucking pipe. Everyone here is depressed. Materia store, right? Okay, let's see. So yeah, definitely cheaper. It's over here. What you got? Items for Gil. God, she's so angry. Potion and... Okay. So it is always going to be 50 and 300. That was a bad metric. My man's sleeping on the job, cuz. Sure is loud outside. Wonder what's happening? You look like you never know what's going on. Okay, so the Titan Bagel 280, grenade 80. I mean, like, cost of living is definitely low as fuck here. But it's because you live in a junkyard. No offense. I don't even think there's like an inn here. Oh, I think you could sleep in my man's house here. No, you can't. And I took his fucking money. I shouldn't have taken his money in this book. Okay, so you can't even stay here in an inn. But again, like, the cost of living seems really low. So, I mean, I guess in that sense, the cost of living is going to be a 10, right? Because it's cheap as hell. But job opportunities, like, bruh, it's nothing real. Like, there's 3 shops and everyone's crying. Like, there's no job opportunities. Now, this does seem like a place where you could set up shop and, like, try to make a living, though. So I can't put, like, a 1, right? So if I put job opportunities as 6 in calm, I think there's got to be, like, a 2.5. Yeah. Amenities, this got to be 0. I mean, a 1, right? Like, we could steal electricity, I guess. Really, the amenity is Aerith's mom. Like, look, if we could live with Aerith's mom, that changes everything. That shouldn't count. This is one person. Like, we can't do that. We can't move in with our girlfriend's I'm gonna leave that joke alone. For transportation, though, we know that Midgar is connected through trains, right? And you can get to the top of the plate through trains. And if we were saying earlier that there's got to be an airport in Midgar, we gotta put transportation at like a 10, right? For Midgar. Damn, man, is Midgar like scoring hella high? I mean, like in 2 things. Waviness and vibes, that's gotta be so low. And I'm not like a fucking real hipster where it's like, I gotta move to like the dingiest place. The vibes at Aerith's house is immaculate. I mean, like, yeah, dude, dog, look, it's so dangerous. Like, that's not a vibe. What's this? Yeah, that's right. Even so, where can we move to now? See, even the townsfolk are thinking about where they could go, right? Like, this is going to be a strong 2 to a light 3. I'm just going to put 3. And we can't even count, like... We can't even count... But this park, is this Sector 6? Sector 6, so we can't even count it. So we're going to start Sector 6 from here, but yeah. Okay, Sector 5 is done! And now we're in the Las Vegas of the slums here. Job opportunities are fucking humongous here. Hella stores. It's really kind of like the seedy underbelly, but like a commerce hub. You know what I mean? Like, we got street vendors. But just think about having food. So he's also selling food. We have fashion industry here. That's pretty wavy. The waviness of Walmart's kind of high, huh? You got like a fucking brothel here. We're just gonna, instead of saying brothel, we're gonna say strip club. Yeah, no, bro, you was in love with me when I was in drag, cuz. Don't act like you didn't want this. And then this is like a little hotel. Oh yeah. We gotta check this stuff. Cost of living. 10 a night, brother. Materia, what you got, brother? You got some high-end stuff, but again, it's really in the 600s, right? Pretty affordable, dude. And there's a lot of job opportunities. So this is gonna be like, this has gotta be on the higher end of the spectrum. But then what type of jobs, right? Like, how much could you really make at these places? Even so, that's like one thing to think about. It's like there are a lot of like places where you could work, but like what's like the ceiling of your income? It's still relatively low. Okay, I think that needs to come into play. And if we're saying that like job opportunities in comm is 6, I think we got to put this at like a 5. Amenities, I mean, there's food everywhere. There's a gym, like you could even like work out here. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of entertainment around. And like you could climb up to the top of the plate here, clearly. This is kind of like Kowloon Walled City though, right? Like it's not like real easy to access this, but I don't know, in Final Fantasy VII Remake, you can get to Wall Market relatively easy, and there is a train station there. So let's just assume there's a train station here for transportation. So again, like if we said Sector 5, transportation was 10, we gotta say same for Sector 6. Okay, maybe we can put like a 9.5 because it is like walled off. But again, amenities is like high as hell, y'all. Oh man, this is tough, dude. If we got 9 in comm, I think we could say amenities here because there are like gyms and nightlife and stuff like that. We gotta also say that this is 9, right? What they lack in Mako, electricity, and like clean water, they make up for with gyms, etc. Yeah, we're going 9 there. Waviness vibes. So like this place does look like it's a hella fun place to live, right? But like the people might be hella mean, but we were able to like make a community pretty quickly. Oh wait, these chismosas over here. Bigger. I mean, like this is just like your aunties talking shit, right? That's not like necessarily like a vibe killer. I mean, like it's a normal place. It's dirty. It's definitely dirty. But it seems like a San Francisco kind of dirty, you know? And I fuck with that. And there's like this local gang leader here. I mean, like, you know, I grew up in LA. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna give the vibes like an easy, like a better score than I thought I was gonna. Because it's kind of seedy. If I gave Calm a 7.5, I'm gonna give this place like a 5. Or maybe a 4.5. 4.5 for the vibes. The song goes crazy though, y'all. 5.5. 5.5. Okay. Here, now we're gonna go to maybe my favorite place in underworld Midgar. And that's Sector 7. Okay. Not opening up, go away. Did you hear? No, what? There's a news update. Terrorist explosion. They knew it was us, man. Johnny! Damn, they got fucked up. Dude, I can't go to any of the stores yet. Oh, man. You guys are gonna have to excuse me while I, like, fucking speed through this shit. Okay. Now we're gonna be able to go through Sector 7. Marlene, child, you watch the bar. Another slow day. Stores went under. Okay, 50-30. And the average for materia is low. Now, I don't think there's a inn here. I think you just go upstairs. Bangle 160. Pretty low, y'all. Pretty low. Tired March West on 3rd floor, my house. There's just one condition. You gotta give me some cash. Oh, so it's like a pay as you wish. That's pretty affordable. In 10, like even if we do 10 gil, that's like, that's already like, and he's so stoked about the 10 gil. Shout out to Low Brad, like being an entrepreneur. Dude, look at his house. It's kind of wavy, bro. Job opportunities. We even saw that the guy said that like his store is going under, right? Sure, I could probably get a job at the bar here with Tifa at 7th Heaven, but again, the ceiling's low. That's why you have to kind of get into organized crime, you know what I'm saying? Or like what Johnny does, he has to move to Costa, you You know what I mean? You know, there's not many job opportunities, brother. Like, if we're saying job opportunities in Sector 6 Wall Market's 5, again, like kind of what we said with Sector 5, you could probably set up shop, but no real opportunities. But like, even if we set up shop, those small shops are failing here. It seemed a little bit more hopeful in Sector 5. So we gotta give this a 1.5 here. We gotta give it a 1.5. Also, what am I gonna do, like bar back? Like, they can't be paying Marlene much. Amenities. There's a weapon shop, there's an inn, there's a bar, so that's helping in terms of like entertainment. Electricity, it sounds like there's like constant rolling blackouts. This has got to be on the lower end of the amenities, right? Like, if Sector 5 was a 1, this also has to be, maybe because there's a bar, we say 1.5. At least there's entertainment. Transportation, again, everything in Midgar, you got to give it a 10. There's a train station here, you know what I mean? Like, that we could access easily. And then again, airports, yada yada. Vibes, waviness, I think this is wavier than Sector 5. So if we said vibes of Wall Market was 5.5, this has to be like a 4. We're gonna give this a 4. Because I think the people here are sick. Like, the people here are cool, you know what I mean? And Tifa, if she's like the cultural leader of this area, it's gotta be at least a somewhat nice place to live. Yeah, I think 4 is a good number. I think that's it for Midgar. I think we've got Midgar pretty down pat. And I think Wall Market's the best place to live in Midgar. Let's go to Fort Condor. Okay, here we go. Right away, you gotta climb a rope to get in, brother. I can't do that. That's gotta be like accessibility. Like, that's gotta like hurt. So, accessibility is part of like transportation, right? Like, that's gotta be like a thing. Like, right away, bruh, like, they skill check you as soon as you get into town. Have you guys done this in gym? Do you remember that when you were in school? It was hard when you were young. It's gonna be even harder as an adult. Rope ladders, not that easy to climb either. Imagine if you, like, let's say, right? I went to Junon, which is the closest, like, urban hub, to buy a couch from IKEA. And I gotta carry it up rope ladders, brother. I don't know about all that. Oh, man. Okay. Cost of living, right off the bat, I'm just gonna let y'all know now. The inn, free. This shit is free 99, y'all. Yes, I named Aerith Carly Rae after Carly Rae Jepsen. Leave me alone. Inns are free. Now let's check the shops, which again, to get out of the inn, I gotta climb this rope ladder. To get to the shops, I climb a fucking another rope ladder. But the shops are so wavy. You hang in there. Everybody's just so nice and Native American. The materia is on par with Midgar prices. So that's pretty low. Cost of living here seems pretty fucking low. And again, this seems to be more of like a communal living situation. Each one teach one. Commie vibes. Like commune, not commie, commune vibes. So like, cost of living is low, bro. This is another 10. Job opportunities, that's... Okay, so if this is gonna be more of like a co-op situation, I think it's like, you just have to be able to provide some sort of service, right, to Fort Condor. So like job opportunities and like, bruh, like this guy up here is like essentially employing us, right? Like he's like begging us to help with this. And like, you know, like perfect timing, they're just around the corner. Look, like he wants us to be part of their cause. As long as we like help them with this, we have a free place to stay. We have access to their shops. We could essentially live here by providing services. So like, we don't even need to like look for a job. That's gotta be like, so this is the tricky thing. So while we can kind of come here and live for free, what is your quality of life, right? Like you're working to live and you're not gonna be able to like take that money and travel to Junon, you know? Like, my family's still gonna be in California. If I wanted to go see them, I'm gonna have to go to Junon, catch a plane, but with what money, brother? I don't have a job. I'm just working for my bed. Yeah, that's a big thing. I think that's a big thing. So if I said in Sector 6, the job opportunities is a 5, I think I should also give this a 5, but like on the other end of that spectrum, right? Where it's like, I'll have everything I need to live, but like I can't do anything but live. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5. That might even be worse, right? No, because then like in Midgar, I mean in Wall Market, if I lose my job, I'll lose my house. Here, I'll never lose my house. Okay, so we're just gonna say, yeah, we're just gonna say it's the same score as Wall Market. And y'all let me know in the comments if I'm fucking thinking about this wrong. But like, you guys aren't moving, I am, so suck my ass. Amenities. There is not shit here. Huh? And again, I gotta climb a fucking rope to get anywhere. They might not even have running water type shit. Right? Like, bros are living in like a camp. You feel me? Like, this is like it's wholesome, like back to earth living, but you're homesteading essentially, right? I don't know if I'm using that term properly, but there's nothing here, Brody. Like, where does there's no restaurants, cuz like, yeah, amenities are quite low, dude. If we gave Sector 7 a 1.5, this gotta be a 1.5, right? Probably no running water. No entertainment is probably no internet. Probably no internet. Yeah, I can't do this. Damn, I thought Fort Condor was gonna be higher on my list. Transportation, like, bro, we have to climb. It's no trains here. To get anywhere, I have to go to Junon. So let's see how close Junon is, right? Like, if I want to fly back to California, I gotta go to Junon. Junon, whatever, fuck it. Xenon. Zetus Lepidus. And then Junon's all the way over here, dog. That's gotta be like from fucking Sacramento to San Francisco. No, maybe even longer, brother. That's gotta be LA to San Francisco, right? No. That's gotta be San Francisco to Fresno. That's not convenient at all. So transportation, considering the ropes and such, this gotta be like a 3. Ain't no trains here. There is a port for boats, but like, who the fuck does that? Waviness and vibes has got to be high. This is like a great place to like vacation, to camp, fucking check out the Condor, help out the locals. The vibes in calm is 7.5. I think this got to be like a 6.5. I think that's fair. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably say that Fort Condor is not gonna happen, bro. I don't think this is gonna happen. We should now check out Junon. Under Junon. Ooh, it's my favorite song. On Our Way. Calm, right? So that helps with the waviness and the vibes. Fast Ass Grandma. Okay, for the past few decades, the only thing I've been hearing about is Shinra. I miss the time when we want to talk about fish. Yeah, dude. So what I think Remake has done really well is to show the actual divide between Under Junon and Upper Junon. Because like, unlike Calm, this place is like, fuck Shinra, dude. Like, we were thriving without Shinra, and now we're having a harder time because we can't fish because you're goddamn Mako poisoning the oceans. This is an inn, and it's free. God, it's so cozy, Philly. If you see a weapon you want, you better buy it. Armlets, okay. 350 for an armlet, and it's mithril. They're not selling materia here because fuck Shinra, right? Free inn and the armlet's 350. Cost of living's gotta be low, dude. Because if like that was the same determination we made in Calm, but their inn is 20 gil and this shit's free, this is gonna be a 9. Cost of living's gonna be a 9 here. Now, job opportunities. Again, the fishing industry has taken a shit, and that's like a big part of this town. I can't even go in this fucking house, brother. There's a dolphin in the bay. Dude, so we could still call Mr. Dolphin even though like Priscilla's not here? Oh, you can, bro. Mr. Dolphin! Where are you, Mr. Dolphin?
Many unbearable hours later.
Why would he tell me that and I can't even call him? Anyway, the dolphin definitely helps with the vibes. There's nothing here now, but it used to be a busy port. See, like that also tells me that like the job opportunities are gonna be pretty limited. Cause like there's one weapon store and like a free inn. There's nothing in terms of like entertainment. People are talking about how fucking like bleak life is. And fuck Shinra. Job opportunities? None. Right? Again, like Sector 5, 2.5. Like you could probably set up shop, but there's no real opportunities. Amenities, like that's low too, dude. Like, do you think this place has Wi-Fi? I think it does. This is the first time in a while that we've seen that. Let's just say like 3. There's electricity, running water, Wi-Fi, but no restaurant, no entertainment. So I think that's pretty big. Okay, transportation. Junon's right there. Now, you have to bribe your way to get into Upper Junon, right? And the dolphin isn't like the most consistent form of transportation to the top. It's 10 gil to get up. That's not bad, bro. So for transportation, we gotta give this like a... And Junon's pretty accessible too up there, right? But we're not talking about Junon. But we are saying that there is an airport at Junon where I could fly back to California. And it's all... Okay, we're gonna give... But there is like a bit of a paywall. We're gonna give this an 8. Junon Airport, easily accessible, is kind of at the whim of a Shinra soldier. Also, Mr. Dolphin has proven to be mildly unreliable. Okay, because of that, I gotta knock it down to 7. Okay, vibes waviness. It's a bunch of old people. That's not a bad thing. You are close to Fort Condor, so like if you're an outdoorsy person, this could be a good place for you. Everybody's probably generally nice. And it has the calm song. We're gonna give this 6.5. 6.5. I'm comfortable with that. I am comfortable with that. Okay, now we're gonna go to Upper Junon. And the song is pretty fun, right? Oh man, but this is like moving to Washington, D.C. The National Guard's just everywhere. That's gotta take the vibes down. Here's the airport though. I could fly back to California. Granted, I have like a real ID. God, yeah, I can't escape the fact that this is like, what big city really loves Donald Trump? Miami? So there's a bunch of shops here. Sales were pretty bad today, but that's not like, I think it's just like ebbs and flows, right? It's expensive, bro. It's expensive. That's on the higher end of the spectrum, right? I love how this is like a Dutch angle. Like, why is this in a Dutch angle? Here's a bar. This is the Turks bar, right? Yeah, without rude, this is the Turks bar. So again, there's like a lot of entertainment here. This is like moving to another city though. I guess they do love Trump in New York. So is this like moving to New York? There's gotta be like New York. It's a bunch of military dudes. Let's get out of here. Bad vibes. The vibes are... But on the other hand, it's like, I'm just like such a city slicker, dog, that like anytime I'm in a city location, it just feels cool to me, right? Now, I will say though, in terms of transportation, there are these like trolleys you could take, right? Like these things. Like, where does this take me? Dog, have I been here before? Oh shit. Those are actually like useless to me. Okay. More of the town. Another bar. Hella military guys. Like, again, as much as I want to love living in a big city, like, the National Guard is everywhere, bro. Okay, end of the line. Oh, dude, there's some whimsical guys here. That kind of helps the waviness. 30 gil, that's not bad, dude. That's not bad. Let's compare this. In 10 gil in Sector 7. Sector 6 is 10 gil. Sector 5, it's really no in. Calm, 20 gil. Okay, so it is like a bit more expensive because it's the city. So again, the city's just like an expensive place to move to. This doesn't seem like a practical place to move to. All the shorties store. Yeah, see, like all the shorties work here. He's trying to boost the sales with shorties. See, like he even knows. He's kind of ashamed, man. Materia here again, like does all the basics, but we're gonna base it on the higher end of the spectrum because we're trying to find a place that's affordable for me to live. What is this place? Weapons? Of course you want to be at the shop downstairs. Accessories. Okay, here we go. Jesus! Glasses. Headband for 3 bands, bro. I think what I'm gathering here is that this place is very expensive. Cost of living has got to be like a 2. It's not going to get any cheaper me moving here. Job opportunities, you see all these stores, all these buildings, but the cost of living is so high that like any job I get, I'm still going to be struggling, but that's not what we're evaluating here. Job opportunities, this is going to be a 10. Plenty of jobs. Amenities, dog, like everything's here though, right? Yeah, amenities has got to be like a 10. Everything you want is here. Transportation, while the trolley system isn't like the best system, it's a walkable city, like San Francisco, right? And there's an airport here. There's also like boats here. There's fucking like transportation's at a 10 too, man. Waviness and vibes. I think like because it's a big city, that gets like a bit of a bump already. But like this is MAGA town, bro. Like this is like military shit. Like every place you go to, there's gonna be military dudes ruining your night. If the waviness of Wall Market is 5.5, this has to be similar. This has to be similar. So this is gonna have to be like we're gonna have to give this like a 3.5. Because then you're also gonna have to live with the guilt of like the beautiful Undertown, the beautiful Underjunon. We're just ruining it with like commerce, you know? Okay, Junon's done. Okay, what's next? And you motherfuckers are in for a treat. Costa del Sol way. And right away, bros, the vibes. I think we could just like put it in there now, right? Vibes 10. The waviness is a 10. Sure, this place is like Shinra complicit. You know what I mean? Like everybody, like they're working, like these are Shinra boats, right? Like you could pay to get back to Junon, right? Like it's 100 gil to Junon, right? But like, it's so beautiful, who cares? You could buy this house. See, this is like the house that's available here. I don't know if we could afford it, but it's really expensive. I will say, like, I think one thing we need to consider here is that there's probably no housing available, right? Because it's Costa del Sol. Everybody wants to live here. You feel me? Let's see, materia shop. Yeah, it's high, dude. Oh no, this is Johnny's house. Johnny moved here. Fucking shout out Johnny, man. This guy's a weapons seller, right? He won't be able to pay the rent because cost of living is probably high as fuck here. Like the Bengals are a lot here. 200 a night. Hands down, the most expensive inn we've seen. The highest cost of living we've seen thus far. I think that automatically makes this a 1. Like this is, it's gonna cost me more to live here than it does now in California. This is a vacation spot, man. Like you save up money to come here. A good looking man. I just assume they're Jamaicans. And this is a vacation spot. You don't move here, bro. Unless you're Johnny. And Johnny just like fucked his way into like residency here. Like he just like, yeah, man. So I think the vibes are crazy. Cost of living is ridiculous. Job opportunities, it looks like there's plenty of work you could get, right? So there's plenty of work, but like really it's just like hospitality and entertainment. There's not a lot of other commerce. I guess you could work at the docks. Amenities, I mean, electricity, internet, water, entertainment, you name it. You know, the amenities are here, but they're probably gonna be fucking expensive. Job opportunities, I put an 8 out of 10 because there's a lot of jobs, but it's mostly...
Wait, you were making it sound like...
But it's most...
Someone's already running the inn.
But it's... No, but okay, well, all right, you're not helping at all. Amenities, they got everything here. Electricity, running water,
Did they steal it?
Wi-Fi.
Well,
So this is all shit and everybody. So there's amenities.
Whoa,
Yeah,
okay.
Shorty. There's a lot of
Okay.
amenities here.
I don't like this anymore. We're not moving here.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Transportation. There is a dock here, so there's no airport in Costa, so we can't fly back to see your
Oh,
family.
wait, no.
But there is a dock here, and you can ride the ship to Junon.
You're gonna get seasick. It's not gonna work out.
That's true.
It's done.
So what, out of 10 in terms of transportation, what would you give this place?
3.
3? I mean, there is still an airport accessible.
5.
5. I think 5 is fair. Is
Is it accessible to the elite or is it accessible to all of us?
That's probably okay. Maybe
See?
a 4.
What, PJs? Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah, there's definitely PJs come through. Look, there's a PJ right there.
Oh.
Okay, Costa del Sol's done. Oh wait, we also have to talk to the people. No, the people are happy.
What do
The
the
waviness
people
is 10.
need?
Yeah, the waviness is 10. They're drunk, guys. They're drunk. I'm sorry. Okay, from a place we definitely can't afford to a place we certainly could afford. But God, what a bummer. This is definitely going to be lower on the waviness scale, especially because everybody here hates Barrett. See, they hate Shinra though, so I think like that's going to help the vibes. But I mean, like, this shit is a shithole, right? No offense. 50 gil, bro. That's... The crazy thing is, like, I know they're just like jacking this price up because we look rich, you know? Dude, they're charging premium prices, but I think that's because they're right outside Gold Saucer. So these are like tourism prices, right? Fuck, dude, 5,000. Yeah, so we're getting like tourist pricing, but it's like in squalor, you know? So, okay, this is gonna be an interesting score to give for cost of living because, again, as you can see, it costs no money to put up a tent here. But everything costs way more because they're charging all the tourists going through here to get to Gold Saucer. So I think we still need to use context clues here, right? So we gotta put this at like, let's just put this at a 5. I think that's fair, right? Job opportunities, that's gotta be low. Although, I mean, like, look, because like the thought is like anybody could probably start a store here and you could charge crazy prices because people are going to Gold Saucer. But like, how is that working for everyone else here? Not well. Everybody's talking about how poor they are. And so we're gonna put like a 2 here. Like, you could be this guy. Like, you could be this guy. But like the ropeway's free. So like, this guy's probably making minimum wage anyway. Amenities, like it doesn't look like there's running water here. Clearly no electricity. Can't be any Wi-Fi here. There's no restaurant. Gold Saucer's right there. And you can get to like Costa del Sol easily, but like, bruh, that's gonna cost hella money too. Like, this is bad. Amenities, we're gonna do 1. Like, nothing, like this is slum level amenities. And then transportation, I mean, you still need a buggy to get to Costa. Yeah, this is like a 3, dude. Like, this might be the worst place we've evaluated so far. Vibes waviness, like, this is a 1. And we can't even say that, like, since Gold Saucer's close, that contributes to the waviness. I think, if anything, that works against it. Because you're like, damn, I am so poor. Yeah, this is dark, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here. Now, I will say, if we were doing Gungaga in Rebirth, I mean, Gungaga probably wins, bro. But it's not. Right off the bat, we're getting the depressing music. And we're met with a cemetery right away. Her grandson Zach? Oh man, the vibes is low here. Gungaga in Rebirth is so happy. Like, why are they so happy? You know what I mean? Okay, accessories, what you got? Dog. Why are they charging this much? Maybe because they're like super isolated? Yeah, they hate Shinra too, but they're all depressed. I'm glad they hate Shinra, but you guys are bumming me out. This is I love how this is Gungaga Village. Many people died here. Welcome. Hear your story first. Huge explosion, yeah. That's all people have to say. I mean, like, I guess that's very, very traumatic. 80 gil, you know, pretty expensive. So cost of living here isn't cheap either. I think it's because they're trying to rebuild. Also, you're like super isolated in the jungle. So I'm sure like items and things of that nature are hard to come by. So like if you needed to go to like a store here to buy food, it took them twice as much to get that food here in the first place. So therefore it's gonna cost way more. So with that in mind, we're gonna have to put cost of living. I guess we could put that as 5 too, right? I think it's a very similar situation to North Corel. This is getting depressing. So job opportunities, there's a couple stores. I mean, it looks like there's really not much else you could do though. There's no other like services, it seems. And like, it's not even one of those things where you could just start up a store, you know? I think this might be like a 1. Amenities, bro. We're in the jungle, my guy. That's a 1 too. No running water, electricity, no Wi-Fi, transportation. I mean, there's no transportation within this jungle. It's actually insane. And if you guys played Rebirth, like it's like a fucking nightmare to navigate that jungle. Closest nearby major city is like Costa or Nibelheim, because like Cosmo Canyon, would you call that a major city? I wouldn't. Isolated in the jungle. This is bad. And then the waviness is it's non-existent. This place is just a sad place. This might be the worst one. We've had a bad stretch here. This one's gonna be interesting because it's truly gonna be like vibes versus quality of life here in Cosmo Canyon. Because the vibes are already super high with this song, y'all. Nanaki, everybody loves Nanaki. Look, they're welcoming us with open arms. Look at the fucking views. And you know, I will say, like, it's a tourist destination. Wait, this might be good. Teaches the study of true people here are just nice as fuck. They care about the planet. Why didn't I think that this would be like a place that I would like to live in? 1,300, a little expensive. Expensive, but tourist pricing. Oh my gosh. So things are a little expensive here. It's like Hawaii, you know? It's beautiful. People care about nature here. A lot of locals that care about the land. But at the end of the day, it's a tourist destination. So it's gotta be expensive. Look at that. Dude, okay, wait. This helps the vibes. There's literally just like an outlook location here. God, it makes the townspeople look like giants. Okay, I think the inn is this way. Yes. The Shildra Inn. Look, people are getting drunk. They're having a good time. Shildra Inn. 100 gil again. That's the tourist pricing, right? Because 100, it is cheaper than Costa, right? Costa del Sol, it's 200. So 100, it is going to be expensive. I think we could safely say cost of living is going to be a little high here. In like Upper Junon is 2, right? We're going to have to give that a similar score, so that's a 2. Now, job opportunities. There's like a bunch of stores here. There's definitely, you could probably get job as like a tour guide for a lot of like hospitality things. And again, it's a tourist destination, so there's got to be a lot of potential there. So I think we got to give this like a 9. Amenities, I think it's one of those things where there's everything here, right? Well, I mean, like with Bugenhagen, he's making sure that this place, while you're being mindful of your environment, he's definitely a gear freak. So we got internet here, we got electricity, we got running water, we have all kinds of machinery, right? They were able to fix our buggy You know what I mean? And you're able to like host people from all over the world. So we gotta put 10 on amenities. Now transportation, this is where it might take a hit, because it is kind of tucked away and there isn't any visible transportation anywhere. And if I wanted to fly back to California, for example, I'd probably have to go to like Nibelheim or Rocketown. Rocketown actually would have it, right? Which is still a trek, bro. You'd have to go through the mountains. I think I'm gonna put job opportunities 10, but I'm gonna put transportation 4. I guess Gold Saucer would have an airport as well, right? So let's make this a 6. And then the Waviness Vibes, that's a 10. That's a 10. Right? Alright. So, I mean, a very formidable place. Like, we've got to consider Cosmo Canyon. I don't know why I didn't think that Cosmo Canyon would be a contender. God, this place is a bummer. And again, don't forget, the vibes here are going to be weird, because there's a bunch of paid actors here. Let's listen to the story. See, he doesn't even want, they're hiding. They're hiding. Paid actors. 100. Okay, so I guess that's like kind of standard in this side of the world, because that's what Cosmo Canyon was as well. And again, this isn't like a real price. This is like a Shinra price. Like, they kind of don't want you to stay here. Nice town, huh? Been in business here for a long time. You're a liar. See? You're lying. How about being born and raised here? See? The vibes are so low. Look, this is Cloud's old house. They about to play it with you too. I want to hear your story. See, man, vibes low. I don't think they want me to move here. You know what I mean? Also, like, what is there to do here for work or for fun? This is like a worse version of Calm. Holy shit. Freaky. Job opportunities? Maybe none? Like, there's 2 stores? No, there's 1 store. I don't think there's many job opportunities here. Okay, so cost of living, we're gonna give this like, because like clearly they're trying to price us out because they don't want us to be here, so we gotta give this like a 3. Yeah, we'll make it 3 because they're trying to actively price us out. Job opportunities, we're gonna put this at a 1. Amenities. I mean, it looks like it does have running water, it does have electricity, and it probably has Wi-Fi, but they're probably monitoring your shit, so you better have some sort of VPN. Shout out NordVPN, please sponsor me. But like, where's the restaurants? I mean, I guess we could like infer that you could get food here. God, this one's a hard call because it's like a fake town. So I guess like we could say that it's got stuff here. We have to give this like an 8, but there's just no entertainment. Transportation, Rocket Town is very close by. It is a bit of a trek through the mountains, but it is close by. And it's a pretty walkable city. So we'll just give this like a 7, right? Yeah, I feel comfortable with a 7. And the waviness and the vibes, I think this is on par with like Gungaga and North Corel. Like, just a sad, fake ass place. Yeah, that's Nibelheim. Jesus Christ. What we've had like a bit of a bleak run here. Look at this beach. That's a big beach, dude. Right off the bat, vibes a bit higher. We got the Wall Market song going. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Weapon and accessories. Armlet 2000. Okay, that's expensive. It was 1300 in Cosmo Canyon, you know? And that's... the more we do these, like, evaluations for, like, cost of living, though, the more arbitrary it's kind of becoming. Because it also scales based on where you're at in the game, right? Shanghai Inn, 100. 100. Okay, that seems to be standard now. It's cheaper. It's cheaper than Costa. It's around the same price as Nibelheim, but it also is like a bigger city. So I think like in terms of scale, that still makes sense. Yeah, 100 gil in a bigger town like this, that has like, I mean, it has a launch pad for a rocket. There's got to be, and then the tiny Bronco took off here. Sid's here. There's an airport here, right? That's like that's like much better value than 100 gil in Nibelheim that has nothing. 100 gil or 50 gil in North Karel and 80 gil in fucking Gungaga when they're like living in squalor. This guy's a comedian. Like, you could be an artist and make a living here. That's saying something about the cost of living, right? Okay, so there's not much to go off of except for context in terms of like cost of living, but I think it's like very reasonable. I gotta give it like calm like prices, right? Or like scores for that. 7. That's what I'm giving it, a 7. Job opportunities, again, bigger city. Everybody seems to not be like poor, so they could do things, you know? What's this house? This guy's just bored. I mean, there's nothing to do though. Like it's got to be like San Jose, where it's like I've been making that comparison a lot. Like there's a lot of stuff here. You could probably get a job here, but like you don't want to be like a 23-year-old kid here because you're bored. Will seek employment with shops or like Sid's transportation industry. With that in mind, we're probably going to give job opportunities a 7. But again, like you're not struggling. You're not going to be under the poverty line here. Like amenities, I mean, you got running water, electricity, internet, anything you could want. It's just there's just no entertainment. So we got to give this like an 8. Transportation, this has to be like a 10. Right, like this is a hub, and Sid make sure of that. And then the waviness and the vibes of this place, I mean, like I think it's just a little boring, so that's gonna ding it a bit. But like, let's give it an 8. People are generally happy, just a bit bored. Rocket Town's solid, dude. I'm pretty happy with Rocket Town. Nature lovers. Okay, item shop. Expensive. Expensive. Bagel armlets, like 3,200. I think there is a place for us to sleep. Do I have to talk to this guy too? No. So there's no inn here then. Because I do know that you sleep here, but that's when you like dig, and there's no way to dig yet because I haven't unlocked that part of the game yet. Maybe I have to come back here. Okay, at least now we can see what it's like to sleep here. Alright, okay, so there actually is no inn here. But we know that the bagels are expensive and we are kind of tucked off. So cost of living, we're gonna probably, and there's no food around here, right? There's really nothing here. So let's say cost of living is 5, because like we could probably just pitch a tent here and be fine, but everything else costs so much money. Job opportunities, like unless we're gonna dig, there's nothing. So I'm gonna put like a 2. Better start digging. Amenities, I mean, this is a campsite. That's a 1. Transportation, it's all the way out here. Nothing here. Like, that's a 1. Now, the vibes are high as fuck. Everybody's here just, like, loves the planet. They're digging. There's a forest here. The ancients used to live near here. So the vibes are high. So let's put 7 here. We gotta give them some love. Bone Village, kind of a dud. But hey, they're happy. And this is the closest way we could land. That's gonna count against it when it comes to transportation. Oh my god. You can't even land near there because you're in the mountains. But the vibes are so high. The vibes are so high here. Cost of living can't be cheap. It can't be cheap. It's also a tourist destination, right? 200 gil, yeah. And it's very isolated in the mountains. But look, this contributes to the waviness. My favorite song. It's like, look, there's definitely job opportunities here, though. Like, if we're gonna say Bone Village is a 5 in terms of cost of living, this one's probably gonna have to be a little lower because it's just as isolated, but like you can't just pitch a tent. Now, things are a little bit more readily available here, but they're gonna be charging you tourist prices because people are coming out here to snowboard and shit, you know? I think we're gonna have to give this like a 3.5. Job opportunities, plenty of jobs, mostly hospitality, entertainment though. And I guess like if you're a snowboarding teacher, that's like entertainment as well. Amenities, definitely electricity, like running water, probably really slow internet because you're in the mountains. And then like getting things is probably difficult because you're so isolated. So maybe we'll give this like a 8.5. Yeah, you probably have to save your hot water too. So yeah, 8.5 is fine. Transportation is going to be low. Very isolated. Can't land planes nearby. We're gonna give that a 4. But the waviness and the vibes, we gotta give that a 10. We gotta give that a 10. I mean, look, even the lights are like cozy. Oh, look, these are like snowmobiles. That's fun. Yeah. Love the place. Probably a good place to visit. Probably not a good place to move to. Bad news, Mediel fans. I don't have a save point. I don't have a save. That's easy. That brings us to Mediel before the live stream kind of all gushes up. And I'm not about to, like, the closest thing I had was like, you know, when Barrett and Tifa are at Junon, and then you have to go through that whole sequence of getting the band back together, and then you get the high wind without Cloud. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through that. So unfortunately, I know we specifically were going to towns when they're at the highest of their vibes. I will argue that, you know, like, the vibes here are just as high as ever because the people here are just, like, friendly as fuck. So, yeah, sorry, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Blue tie. Hey, yo! Dog. Dog. Expensive. Okay. We need materia stuff though. There's a bar there. Smells like employment opportunities. Oh yeah, they don't have a materia shop here because they need materia. Duh. Pagoda shit. Bruh, it's free. Free, but weapons are expensive. It's not cheap to live here. I think 5 is probably the fairest thing we could give it. But there's limited resources here due to its, like, geographic isolation and, like, socio-political conflicts. So I think we just gotta give it a 5. Now, job opportunities, plenty of stores, there's a bar, you could be a tour guide for the Dutch How. There's a lot of kids here, so I think that's something that there are opportunities here. I gotta give that like a 7. Not the last town at Wutai.
That's it? Ooh,
that's it. I've been doing this for like 3 hours. Now, amenities though, so they have like running water, they have internet, electricity, they have hospitals. Look, they even have like, look at their downtown area. Pagodas and shit like that. Like, so they got all the amenities and shit, but transportation though, they're very isolated. And they're far away. So if we want to come back and visit our families, it's going to be really difficult. So amenities, we're going to give that a 10. Transportation, I think we're going to give that like a 2.
Yeah,
oh,
sure.
Wow. Okay, good call. Waviness and vibes though.
No,
What do you think?
vibes are immaculate.
Vibes are immaculate.
Like more, so I like this.
But
part.
they fucking hate shit. So if we as Westerners come here, we're going to be kind of like, fuck you. So I think that's going to ding it a little bit. We're going to give this a 7.5.
That's so high!
No, it's not.
They're haters!
Not compared to like 10s. There's hella 10s here.
Why'd you give Square so many 10s?
You weren't here for this. Don't let me fucking rehash 3 hours of fucking filming, whatever, okay?
Alright.
Anyway, boom. That's where we're at. Okay.
Namaste.
I'm going to add up the scores. and I'm gonna get the rankings,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you where we end.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Come back in a little bit. All right, y'all. Now that we've visited each town and taken our notes, it's now time to rank each town based on our evaluations. Now, I'm going to take the top 5 of all the places that we visited and present them to Ollie. I'm essentially going to shortlist it for her so that she could make the ultimate decision because, like, let's be real, I'm not the boss.
I'm the boss.
So, okay, let's start out with the bottom 5. So the bottom 5, I'm not even going to ever mention these to Ollie because they're fucking depressing, and they're all depressing in their own way, right? So that's going to be Mediel, Gungaga, North Corel, I fucking forgot what it was even called, Bone Village, and Nibelheim, right? So again, very depressing. Mediel wasn't even applicable because the live stream gushed all over it. Fucking Gungaga and Nibelheim aren't really applicable because Shinra gushed all over it. Bone Village, for example, isn't even like a real town, so I don't even know why we checked it out. But anyway, those are out of the picture. Ollie will never hear about those. Now, the next bunch, they weren't terrible. They just didn't have like much to offer in terms of like job opportunities or amenities. A lot of these places are actually like quite lovely, but yeah, I don't know. Fort Condor, for example, again, a very lovely place, but like there just really isn't much chances here to like, again, just career advancement, right? Like there's nothing to do. We're just living in a commune, and I don't want to do that. Sector 5, man, like unless you're living with Eris, like what, you really got nothing here for you, you know what I'm saying? Sector 7, again, this was like a moot exercise because Shinra fucked that place up and it's been wiped out, so like why did we even go there? And then Under Junon, man, like this place is super lovely, you know what I mean? But like there isn't much there to offer in terms of like amenities and job opportunities, and like if I were to live there, I guess I could like commute to Junon, but like I have to either bribe a soldier or rely on a fucking dolphin that didn't even show up. So, you know, love dolphins, but I don't want that to be my main mode of transportation. So now on to our honorable mentions. These towns almost made the short list to present to Ollie. So, I mean, like, shout out to these towns, but I'm not going to live there, unfortunately. And this first one, honestly, I think this was like a fan favorite, and I bet a lot of y'all are going to be sad about this, but it's Wutai. Wutai ended with a score of 31.5 out of 50. So, I mean, really strong, but ultimately due to its like isolation, both geographically and politically, it's just like a volatile place to live, man. Another place that I really wish I could move to, and I bet a lot of y'all do too, is Costa del Sol, however you say it. It had a score of 33 out of 50. That's like really high, but like it was really buoyed by the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like the waviness scale really helped this. But at the end of the day, let's be real, it's a fucking tourist trap, and like it's just not a practical place to live. And then last but not least of our honorable mentions, finishing in 6th place with a score of 34 out of 50, bro. Like, this was really close. That's going to be Icicle Inn. And, you know, one of the absolute coziest and prettiest places we visited, but ultimately the cost of living is just going to be really too high. And while there are, like, opportunities for, like, employment and there's amenities and stuff, it's just, like, really isolated and hard to travel to. Like, you can't even land the high wind very close to it. And then, dog, like, it's so cold, bro. Like, we're from California, man. We won't survive in that kind of cold weather. Boom. Okay, those are the honorable mentions. It's time to get to the short list. All right, let's get to the real contenders. At number 5 with a score of 35.5 out of 50, we have Upper Junon. Man, I did not want to like this place, but I am a sucker for city life. I lived in San Francisco for so long. I just love living in cities, bro. But like, God,
If you showed this to me when I was 21, I'd be like, yeah.
I know. When you could think about cities, right? This city scored 10 in job opportunities. There's fucking jobs everywhere. I mean, that speaks for itself, right? But like, there's also like the possibility of like enlisting, which I guess is like a job opportunity, but who the fuck wants to do that, you know? And 10 in amenities, because again, they just got everything there. And of course, transportation, right? This really is like the transportation hub of that side of the planet. Yeah, man, like at the end of the day, it's like cost of living is going to be really high, and then like the vibes, bro. Restaurants and bars are just covered in soldiers because this is like a military, like I know, it's 5th. Number 4 on the short list with a score of 37.5 out of 50, we have Calm. Damn it. This was my fucking place. This is my preference coming into this exercise. And unfortunately, there are some negatives about it that, made it a little bit lower on this list. Again, the biggest points that the city did score is the vibes, bro.
Okay, so this is calm. First of all,
I like this town.
The cozy nature of the theme music and the people, you know what I mean? Like the Dutch-inspired architecture. And it's also really close to Midgar, so it's like, I guess theoretically we could commute.
but look at the big city. Midgar's over here. It's really close.
For work and have easy access to like a transportation hub. But unfortunately, where it falls a little short is that just like local job opportunities. I mean, there's like the Mithro mines closed. There's people drinking depressed in the bars because they lost their job. So that's not necessarily the most like encouraging thing for like somebody moving into the city. And then a lot of the townsfolk are like pro Shinra, you know what I'm saying? So it's like yeah, so I don't know, we'll see.
This is great for like 35-year-olds because it's cozy.
I don't know who you're talking about. It's not me.
All right, we are getting to the cream of the crop now. Finishing at number 3 with a whopping score of 38 out of 50, we have fucking Cosmo Canyon. This is a fan favorite, y'all. I already know it. And something tells me Ollie's gonna really like this place, man, because she likes being outdoors and all that shit.
Something tells me this is where you're gonna want to go because you're like a environmental science lady, and it's called Cosmo Canyon.
I like the name already.
Look at that.
Oh,
So you can get a
that
job
reminds me of
there.
Breath of the Wild.
What Cosmo Canyon lacks in glitz and glamour, it makes up for with fucking job opportunities, bro. Like the different types of businesses that are there on top of just like being a tourist hub. I think there's a really good opportunity for like a newcomer to come into Cosmo Canyon and get a job. Do you want to work at the observatory with Bugenhagen? Do you want to work in hospitality? Do you want to work at a shop? There's a lot of opportunities there. And then like vibes, right? Like how could you like dispute the vibes of Cosmo Canyon? The music is immaculate. The eternal sunset and the view of the stars.
Look, there's like this big bonfire here, and then they do this ceremony every night. The Cosmo Candle. You know what I mean?
Pull up with your guitar.
You know what I'm saying? What's not to love? Well, the cost of living. I'm sure, like, because it's like a tourism hub, that place is expensive to be at. You know what I'm saying?
An inn, and 100
100's a
gil
lot.
because it's a tourist destination.
Oh my goodness.
But there's a lot of
And the prices are going to be inflated to match the amount of tourism that comes in. And of course, transportation, that's something too that you're not going to necessarily love because it's like tucked away in the mountains. And I just said that it is close to Gold Saucer, but it's like you have to have a buggy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's a little tucked away, but I mean, you don't get this kind of natural beauty without it being kind of tucked away and being isolated from like major transportation hubs. But hey, all in all, a great place to live. I think Ollie's gonna love it.
Cosmo Canyon.
Okay.
All right, for those following at home, you probably have guessed which 2 is going to be listed at the top of our short list here for Ollie. And yeah, man, we're really finishing strong. And finishing strong at second place with a score of 39 out of 50. That's like, yeah, 39 out of 50. Holy shit. It's fucking Walmart in Sector 6 in the Midgar slums, bro. Like, this was not on my Big Go card, bro. Why on earth would I willingly move my family to the red light district of like a criminal underworld?
This one's going to be a tougher sell for you.
Yeah.
It's a pretty practical one. And this is,
I do like practicality.
yes, it is in that big city Midgar.
Okay.
It is in like a slum. And there's hella opportunity. But
Really selling it. Okay.
I don't know. But I will say objectively, this place has pretty much everything you need. It has it all. I mean, aside from the organized crime and the pollution and the decadence, but hey, cost of living is probably going to be really low because you're in the slums. I mean, like you saw what it costs to stay overnight in that. I mean, I don't want to say like love hotel, but it was a love hotel.
And the reason why it scored so high is that, first of all, cost of living.
Well, wait. Well, because it doesn't cost much to live
Just
there.
hear me out.
You know, cost of living is going to be really low, even if it is a tourist destination, right? So, but because of the tourist destination and like the red light district aspects of it, the job opportunities are crazy.
Job opportunities? That's a hotel? That's an item shop? That's a restaurant? Or that's a pharmacy store? That's a restaurant? That's a clothing store, so there's like fashion here. This is a material store. There's food vendors. There's a strip club.
Oh, I kind of like this place.
Different types of shops, different types of this, different types of that. You know what I'm saying? And then we know in terms of transportation, Midgar is a transportation hub. You could get to and from damn near everywhere within the city on trains. And then like another thing this place has is fucking amenities. Like the amenities is like it's going a little crazy there. I mean, how like it's the only place, the only city that we went to that has like a gym. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, maybe I can get my tummy right. You know what I'm saying?
There's also a gym here.
Oh.
So amenities on fleek.
Okay. You know I like a gym.
Yes. There's weapon stores, of course. Another bar.
Another one.
With karaoke.
Oh, I'm starting to really like this.
Do you see what I'm
one.
saying?
But you just gotta know the risks of moving to a place like this. And do I want Nelly to grow up like that? I don't know.
The only
I couldn't
thing.
get bored here. Oh no, what is it?
It is controlled by this game.
Oh, but that's like when we lived out of Richmond.
Exactly. Can you raise a kid there?
I don't think it. No.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
are we factoring that in on top of everything?
I mean, we're moving our family there. Nelly, you think Nelly will be okay there?
Probably not.
Okay, we've done it, y'all. Number 1 on our short list with a Herculean score of 40 out of a possible 50. We have Sid Highwind's hometown of Rocket Town. A lot of people are saying this is the San Jose of Gaia.
Moving here is like moving to San Jose.
No.
This has got to be the most adult choice I've ever made in my life.
Okay. Ooh.
Listen to the song. It's the same exact song from Wall Market, I just realized, actually.
Okay.
But anyway, look at all the houses, look at all the
Wow.
stores.
This place is really boring. Like, it's really boring. But for, you know, a couple of mid-30 elder millennials, this might actually be quite idyllic for us and our little dog. Cost of living is relatively low considering the amenities available and the cost of towns at this point in the game, you know? So, yeah, I think, like, relatively speaking, it's pretty good. Job opportunities, both at the various shops and then, of course, at, like, Sid Transportation Agency. There's a lot that you could do there. You know what I mean? It can almost guarantee a high standard of living.
There's an airport and like a launch pad for outer space. Like NASA's here, essentially.
Wait, that's where the good money's at.
That's what I'm saying. So
You
there's
work at NASA?
exactly. So there's a lot of good money here.
Look at all that space for Nelly.
A lot of space for Nelly. There's a lot of greenery.
Amenities are clearly easily available, right? Everybody seems to be living like a comfortable lifestyle. Electricity, running water. Maybe they got good Wi-Fi. I mean, if you got scientists there, you better have good internet. You know what I'm saying?
Amenities, I put that at 8. Everything you want is here. It's just boring. People are just fucking bored here. There's nothing to do here.
Damn. So this is the exact opposite of the last place.
Yes. I told you. It's like moving to it's like going to Gothenburg, Sweden. Like there's nothing to do. But
There
everyone's
was an
thriving.
amusement park there.
There was one amusement park there.
And they have a lot of music festivals there.
There's probably a lot of music festivals here. Look at all the green around
All those people going to Metallica?
it. Don't you think there'd be a music festival up here?
Yeah.
There's a lot of open greenery. So maybe, again, at 35 years old, starting a family,
Not
pretty
a bad
good place.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like transportation is like an afterthought, right? Sid is the man there. He might be mean, but he's going to get you places. He's definitely going to get you places. And then, man, the people seem just like safe and happy. I mean, like a little bored. There was that guy crying in his house because of how bored he was. But it's like, you know, the most, like no one's dying or living in squalor. Like there's a comedian that lives there. So like artists could literally thrive here. Now, you know, Ollie's probably not going to like this because, you know, it's a little boring, but it's going to be a stable life for Nelly Furtado. Let's see what she thinks. Put a helmet on. With all that put together, it still scored highest out of everything by 1 point, just beating the red light district.
Those are two polar opposites.
Two polar opposite. I think this gets the edge by 1 point based on my objective analysis.
Do you agree with your objective analysis?
I stand by my data, but you're the boss. At the end of the day, your decision, your preference is going to count for 100 points because I'm afraid of you.
Well, if we're talking about us right now, literally, it would be here.
Yeah. Even over the
If we're talking about us like 5 years ago and earlier, it'd be at the red light district for sure. This is the most practical.
I think this is the most practical.
But man, I like that red light district.
That place is so sick.
Yeah.
But this is the place to move to it.
But could we make it?
Yeah, if we decide not to have kids.
If we didn't have kids, it'd be red light.
Yeah. You want to have kids. All right, that's the video, guys.
Well, there you have it. We're moving to Rocket Town. We're so excited, man. We're excited. Gonna be a good life. Gonna be a good life. But hey, this was a fun little project, y'all. And you know what? I want to do it again. So get in the comments. Y'all get in the comments and let me know where you'd like us to move to next. I'd like to make more content like this. Yeah, we'll just keep moving, bro. We're gonna be like a traveling band of homeless people. But yeah, let us know where you'd like us to move to next. Some ideas we had was maybe I'll do another Final Fantasy game like Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy IX, or maybe something completely different because, Ollie's been playing Pokemon Fire Red a lot recently. So maybe we could do like the Kanto region or something like that. So y'all get in the comments. Let me know what other places you think we'd like to live. We'll give that a shot because, again, I definitely want to make more content like this. So please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe. Subscribe to my new channel, dudes. Like, this is a new channel, but I also have another channel that I share with my homies called WGWWTV, Wave Gang Worldwide TV. And we do a bunch of other stuff on there. We have a Smash Bros. League. We used to make music. We play 7 Days to Die. Just a bunch of other stuff on there. So definitely check that channel out as well. I stream on Twitch on various channels, but mainly on our flagship channel, twitch.tv/WGWWTV. I might start my own Twitch channel as well. So just keep an eye out for all that. All that stuff is going to be linked in the description below. But again, yeah, if y'all liked it, man, come fuck with me, dudes. I'll catch y'all down the road. Bye-bye.